be financially stable with that amount first, and then you can be a bit more willy-nilly with your money. Okay.
Now, this kind of crowd doesn't understand that success usually requires years of hard work and effort. They want the end result without the hard work. These people are generally on the lower ends of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. They want the shortcut to riches. They don't want to hear about hard work. They just want to bypass all that hard work and get straight to the riches. So let's fill these idiots up with hope and drain their wallets of cash. We're going to be using the target psychological emotion of greed and laziness on this one. So now that we've identified our target audience, we can start getting them to trust us through simple manipulation. Scam tactic number 2, show them how badass your life is through pictures. So we need to establish that we are very authoritative and very wealthy by showing them cool shit we've done. So we're going to do this by showing pictures of cool things their broke asses can't afford. If you take every cool thing you've ever done in your life and shove it into a few pictures, your life seems awesome. So, for example, you're going to show pictures of yourself randomly flying in first-class seats. You need to show pictures of activities that poor people can't do, but you can because you're such a baller. Like taking a zero-gravity private jet flight, or going to Burning Man and renting a giant RV to do it. You got to show pictures of bank accounts with random numbers in them. The bigger, the better. They don't even have to be real. Just make up random numbers and these idiots will believe us.
You know, right? Screenshots can be faked, whether it be on affiliate marketing sites such as ClickBank.
Earnings here, right? So I'm actually in Google Chrome. So the way that you do this is all you need to do is hover over the particular week you want to change the earnings for, and then right click and press inspect. And then you'll actually see the code of the page come up. Now, there is a developer's plugin for Google Chrome, copy across. But as you see here on the right hand side, this 00 is actually the code for this particular number here. So all I need to do really is come across and change that to whatever number I want. And if I X out, you'll see straight away that that changes to $1,512. So unfortunately, that's very, very easy to do. So I could just come across here and do the same for the rest. And you'll see here there's now 4 weeks worth of earnings. Now if I just come up and take a snapshot of this, I could easily then add this to any kind of sales page, and that would appear that I'd actually earn that money. So it's very, very easy to do this. Now if I wanted to come down and do the daily snapshot, it's exactly the same thing. I just need to press inspect, come over here, change the number to whatever I want that daily snapshot to be, X out of that and it'll happen. And then on the trends, again if I inspect that, you'll see here that there's a width on this particular line. If I adjust that width, then it will actually make that line longer and shorter, right? $256 and that line's there. So all I would need to do is do that for the rest of them, take my snapshot, and then that's my income proof for that particular product. So
Shopify Dropshipping, screenshots can be faked.
That people are doing that is actually using fake orders. So I just made the store just like 20 minutes ago just for the sake of this video. But as you can see, I mean, literally $1,000 in sales, what it looks like, that's completely fake. And basically what I did was made a fake order. So what people do is they'll have an actual Shopify store, they'll have products, they will maybe even actually get sales and do stuff on it, but then they'll make it look like they're selling more than they are. And how they do that is they'll actually create an order. So you can actually go in here, create an order. Alright, so here's like this watch. I just like made some random product, but say they had a watch store, and they would go in here and they would put like, you know, they would do this one at a time. But they would do each order at a time, so it looked legit. But then they would type in, you know, let's just do like a big number. See all that? So that's a huge number. And then you just hit mark as paid, and then create that order. And now you will see this will actually update. See, now this is at 3 orders. It's gonna take like 20 seconds or something to actually update. But see, you're at 1,000 right now. Okay, see, so now it's at, you know, all this, and really. Like I said, they wouldn't do like 67 watches in one order. They would do one order at a time and do that 67 times to get there. But you get the point. And so usually what people are doing is actually, like I said, using a site that's up and actually maybe even gets some sales or gets website hits. So they're actually, you know, you can see like, oh, there's people are live, this and that, but they're really not making anywhere near the amount of money that they're saying that they're making.
Unless this person is showing you their tax returns, right? Showing you how much of their income is taxable, right, after business expenses, they don't know what they're talking about. If you made, let's say, $100,000 for the year, how much of that went towards taxes? And if you were able to avoid taxes in a way, how much of it went towards your retirement savings fund, right? That lowered your overall taxable income.
I don't know, 2-3 days, not important. I don't need sleep. I need answers. I need to determine where in this swamp of unbalanced formulas squatteth the toad of truth.
Unless you've seen tax returns, like they have it in their hand right then and there, I would take whatever they say with a grain of salt. I can come on here and say how I made $1,000 with ClickBank, how I made $1,000 with Shopify Dropshipping. Yo man, the internet is a shit show, to say the least. But basically, understand that most businesses do not become profitable for the first 3 years. Heck, Spotify was taking a loss for damn near a decade before they became profitable. Uber as well, Amazon as well. All these companies.
During its roadshow, Uber compared itself to Amazon as it explained its money-losing business to investors. Why Amazon? Because the now wildly successful company didn't make a profit for several years after it went public in 1997.
And just in general, the accounting software QuickBooks or some of the other, LinkedIn even shows that most businesses do not make money the first 3 years. I can use the example even from my personal life. The first 4 years of making YouTube videos, the money barely even paid rent. Didn't even pay rent to begin with. It's only the 5th year of making YouTube videos that the money just covered rent. Rents, not even like other expenses, but rent. Well, rent is the biggest expense, but rent is a pretty important expense. 5 years on making YouTube videos to even get to that point. Now you might be better skilled, you might be more equipped to do better, but just think about it. And you see a lot of these lifestyle images, especially when you talk about pyramid schemes such as IM Academy, PHP Insurance Agency, Monet, Primerica, Amway, yo. In what other profession do you actually want people to know how much money you make or know like you're living this lifestyle?
You got to show pictures of you working from random places, like this working from a pool photo, or working from the laptop life photo, or working from a rock gym, working from a beach in Thailand, working from a Harvard club office. You get bonus points if you add a bunch of hashtags and quasi-motivational shit to the pictures also. These gullible, lazy bastards will think that we're balling out of control and know the secrets to wealth. This is because poor people often equate cool and expensive stuff with some form